Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has said that the US President must stop making disrespectful comments about Canada before the two countries, Canada and the US, can start some serious talks about future ties. Now, Trump, who is promising potentially crippling tariffs against imports from Canada, frequently muses about making Canada the 51st US state. Carney spoke in London after meeting British and French leaders on his first overseas visit amid tensions with the US.
Look, we can stand up for ourselves. As Canada strong, we can stand up for ourselves. We've called out those comments. They're disrespectful, they're not helpful, and they need to stop before, and they will have to stop before we sit down and have a conversation about our broader partnership with the United States.
Carney's remarks are his toughest yet on Trump since launching his political career in January. The Canadian leader said Ottawa wanted a more comprehensive discussion and negotiations of the two neighbours' overall commercial and security relationship. Canada has retaliated with tariffs against tens of billions of dollars worth of US imports. Canadian Prime Minister said that Ottawa would only take action it thought could affect US behaviour.
There is a limit, given the relative size of our economies, the extent to which we should match U.S. tariffs. Right now, what the government has proposed, and with the 150 billion identified products, are products that have, as I said earlier, maximum impact in the United States and limited, but not zero, it's limited impact in Canada that we can affect. And my government's commitment is that we will use all of the revenues from those tariffs to support Canadian workers that are affected by the US trade actions.
UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney met at 10 Downing Street. This was following their talks. Carney told journalists his country must diversify its trade and security ties. Mark Carney warned his country must reduce its reliance on the US and would turn towards its reliable European allies instead on his first trip abroad. Underlining their shared values and shared king, Starmer thanked Carney for his approach to Ukraine 2 days after the Canadian leader took part in a video conference on shoring up support for Kiev, hosted by his UK counterpart. Britain's King Charles, who is also the head of state in Canada, earlier welcomed Carney for talks at Buckingham Palace. Carney travelled to the British capital after meeting France's President Macron at the Élysée Palace in Paris.